In this next section, we'll be focusing on word problems. Keith plans to buy a car 2 years from now. He currently has $3,000 saved up to buy the car. How much money does he need to save per month over the next 2 years if the least expensive car he wants to buy is $15,000? In order to solve this problem, we need to come up with an inequality, to find a variable, and solve that inequality. I actually like to define the variable first. Remember, that is always found in the question, whatever they're asking you to do. So they want you to find out how much money he needs to save every month for the next 2 years to be able to afford the car that he wants. So that's your variable. X equals the amount of money he must save monthly. Then go back and write the equation. Now he currently has $3,000. And on top of that, every month for the next 2 years, he's going to save X dollars. So monthly for 2 years. There's 12 months in 1 year. For 2 years, 12 times 2 would be 24. So 24 times over the next 2 years, every month he's going to save a certain amount of money. So 24 times X. If I add that to the $3,000 that he already has, I need that to be greater than or equal to 15,000. At least 15,000. The least expensive car he wants is $15,000, so that means that much or more. Now I'm ready to solve that. I'm going to solve that by using inverse operations. The inverse of adding 3,000 is subtracting 3,000. After I do that, I'd end up with 24x is greater than or equal to 12,000. Then I would divide both sides by 24 and get 500. Now I did not multiply or divide by a negative, so I do not need to switch the sign. So then my final answer would be that he should save at least $500 per month. Doing a check would be plugging in the $500 for X in my original problem. And making sure that I get a true statement. So 24 times 500, that is 12,000. 12,000 plus 3,000 is 15,000. So that's true. And in terms of is it reasonable? Yeah, $500 a month seems reasonable. Again, something that would be unreasonable would be something negative. He can't save a negative amount of money, or something like more than the cost of the car. If you came up with him needing to save more than $15,000 a month, that wouldn't make sense either. For our next problem, we're going to switch it up just a tiny bit. This time, instead of buying a car that costs at least $15,000, Keith is going to want to buy a car that is at most $25,800. That's the most expensive car he wants. So a lot of these parts of this problem are going to be the same from last time. X is still the amount of money that Keith is going to save each month. Keith still has $3,000 to start. He's still saving money for 24 months, but this time the most expensive car he wants to buy is $25,800. That means that he wants to spend that much or less. And then we'll solve that similarly like we did with the last one. We'll subtract 3,000 from both sides. And divide both sides by 24. So this means as long as he saves less than or equal to $950 a month, that will work for him. Doing just a quick check. Yes, again, $950 per month seems to make sense. He has a higher amount that he's kind of aiming towards, that $25,800. We'll plug it back in just to make sure that it does work algebraically. So 3,000 plus 24 times 950. We want that to be less than or equal to 25,800. And then we simplify. And we do get a true inequality.